we're going to get started. So, so again, welcome to another session of our RaceDay scoring monthly updates webinars. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through the updates that we've done to the product in September. We're just going to go to the blog, and on the blog, you'll always be able to find the release notes page under the About tab. So let's start with September 5th. This was version 1.1.26. First thing was we removed the no streams assigned notice for start locations. So in the past, you would have noticed that if you didn't have a stream assigned to your start, we gave you a message saying that there's no streams assigned to your start. This is originally to encourage users to make sure that they had streams assigned to all their locations, but we know that a lot of times you don't have a timing location or you're not actually collecting times on the start. So we just went ahead and removed that for start so that you don't have to have a stream assigned there, and you can just record manual times. Next, we changed how the delete participant function works to protect participants with registration data. So this is important if you were doing RunSignup for registration results. We didn't want to have registration data deleted. In the past, that potentially could happen. We were able to restore the data, but it would not be fun if you accidentally went in and deleted all the registration data. So now if you delete participants in RaceDay scoring, it'll only delete ones that you've uploaded from RaceDay scoring. You've added them in. Next thing, you now automatically clear scored reads for a participant when they were deleted. In the past, if you deleted a participant, the scored reads would still exist, and you'd have to clean that up manually. That caused some issues with importing and exporting races. So now, if you delete a participant, it will delete all their associated scored reads as well. Next, we automatically lock scored reads that have been recorded manually. So in RaceDay scoring, there is an easy way to add reads for participants. If you go to the scored reads view and you let me log in here, click this green add times button, lets you just add in or record them in time manually. You can do things like press spacebar to do a timestamp and import multiple ones at once. Now if you do that, what will happen is there's this option here to lock a scored read. That will make it so that the incoming data won't overwrite this manually recorded read that I did with this person. So before, this wasn't defaulted to be checked when you added a time. We realized that if you're adding a time manually, you probably don't want it to get deleted by other times coming in. So now we just default that to on. Next, we now automatically resolve unknown bib and chip data issues when a participant has been associated with that unknown bib or chip. So we have this area called data issues, and it's really just like a potential data issue with some participant data. We have one that fires whenever it sees an unknown bib or chip, and that wasn't getting resolved or removed, that notice, when unknown participant is resolved. So if you were on the dashboard and you saw that you have all these ignored reads and you saw that you had 740 unknown reads, you can go in and you can say this is supposed to resolve to some person, Aaron Soden, let's say. That's how you resolve an unknown read to someone who is in the system. And it will basically, that one didn't, I guess, get, now we see it at the start. There's a start read for someone. So now that data issue that I would have seen over here is now gone because I'm seeing Aaron Snowden. It went in and it figured out, oh, I got a start read for this person and I got a finish read for this person. And so yeah, that's how it all kind of flows through. So next thing we did was we automatically now reprocess raw reads for a participant when that participant has been deleted. So if you delete somebody, it'll go through and clear out all the old reads that were at one point associated with them. So if I went in and said Aaron Snowden, I'm going to delete this person, it'll go through and delete their scored reads, and then it'll go through and delete their raw reads. Let me take a minute to update. Small item, we simplified the age group action buttons, made them a little bit easier to read. The set type finisher, single insert, range insert, copy and clear. Basically copied the terminology from Race Director to make it a little bit more similar to those who are used to that system. Fixed a couple of issues. One was resolving unknown reads from the raw reads view, kind of related to all this work we did here. Fixed an issue with dropping multiple files at once into the same folder. So we don't see this very often, but we had someone trying to drag and drop 3 files into one folder, and that was causing the connector to actually not see a change for some reason. So there's an issue that is going on with the connector code that we fixed, so now you can drop multiple files at once, and it should be able to pick up those changes. All right. September 19th, this is the latest one. We've added RunSignup result links in the report list rows. So this is a just quick way for those using RunSignup results to be able to see, quickly access result data online. So for this race, I don't really have anything, but I can use this quick publish or autosave function to publish results to RunSignup. I'm just going to do a one-time quick publish right now because I'm not, planning on having any updates to this race at this point. Go in and click Add Results, and save settings, and now I'll see that I have some more things I can do here. You'll see this new Live Results links drop down that will give us a few options. We can view results, view simplified results, view leaderboard, view recent finishers. So these are just links to pages on RunSignup that we build for you when we know what the result URL is. So I'm gonna, you can click Simplified Results. It'll bring you over to the RunSignup page. I don't have any result data in this race right now, but it'll list out all your results there. Nice clean view. Doesn't give you the sidebar and everything like that if you view the simplified results. View results is the main results page that you would see with a registration form and everything else. The leaderboard is pretty nice. It's just a quick, it's going to scroll through my top finishers for this report. And if you click this little gear up here, you can change what data shows, the font size, the refresh rate, and the scroll rate. Similarly, you can you select recent finishers, which is basically like the leaderboard, but in reverse. So it'll show the most recent people at the top and scroll down, as people come in, or as results get posted, I should say, they'll show up right at the top. So these are pretty handy to have. You can throw them up on a big screen TV pretty easily. And this is just a really simple way to get to them. Otherwise, you'd have to go into the race dashboard. I'm not logged in, but go into the race dashboard and figure out what result set IDs you need, and then plug them in, build a URL. And it's just kind of cumbersome, so we figured we'd do it for you. And you'll see that once you publish results. Event distance is now shown in the scored event form. So in the past, you weren't able to actually update this scored event distance. Let's see, where is it? Must be a different type of race where I'm not seeing it, but should show the event distance on the scored event form now, and you can update that. In the past, you couldn't actually update it if you were using RunSignup Race. Added a customizable full screen option for recent reads at a timing location. This is actually pretty cool. If you have multiple locations in your race, like say start and finish, you can click this full screen button and it'll just give you a larger view of recent reads at that location. If you have a bunch of different locations, you can add all of them there. So, start and finish. This will show you, all the recent reads across all these different locations in one view. So if you click this full screen recent reads tab here, you can actually customize how this all looks. So I could say I want 10 rows instead of 5, and I could say I want the larger font size, like 20, and I could include or disclude some data that I am showing here. If I save that and click view all recent reads, you'll now see it's a little larger. It's kind of handy. We'll be eventually adding this to the kiosk, so you could have a separate computer running that. And we're also working on a way to make this a secondary window, so you'd have another window you can run in combination alongside RaceDay scoring to be able to tab through. So we're going to be doing more and more things like that. This is kind of the start of what we're working on there. Fixed few issues. Fix an issue is listings not being deleted when the sport events are deleted. That means that basically when you would come in and delete your scored events, it wasn't correctly cleaning up the all the scoring data for them, and so that would cause some issues of exporting and importing races. So that's now getting cleaned up correctly. And fix an issue is importing CSV files that have blank rows. This is reported because someone had a blank row at the bottom of a chip cross-reference file, but it could have been in any CSV file that, if there was a blank row, our system would actually not import the file. So now if you import a CSV anywhere in the application, it will skip over automatically any rows that are blank. All right, so that's all the updates we have there. We're planning on our next update to be next week, and we'll be getting some pretty good stuff out for you. I'll say we do have coming out fairly soon, hopefully in the next update, if not the one thereafter. We're going to be able to support wave offsets or corrals for different starts. Right now, you can only have separate starts for each scored event you have. So here I have like 5K or 10K or 15K or whatever. In the future, we're going to allow you to set up corrals, which are like groups of participants. You can set them up on events or age groups or anything you want. You could even use a custom data field to drive that. So everybody who answered yes to a question could be a part of one corral. Everybody who answered no could be a part of another. Things like Clydesdale Athena would be an option as well. And this will just let you have any number of different start times for any grouping of participants that you want, allowing you to really customize the race and score almost anything in terms of start times. So that'll be really, really handy. We also have a massive update coming to team scoring side of things. Thinking that should be out in another couple of weeks. So some pretty good stuff on the way. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm Avery at RunSignup.com. You can always get in touch with us as well on the blog by using the contact section here. And I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for attending.